Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something? I am ready to process our transaction. Come back and see us again soon.
Excuse me, mister, but I've got a delivery for you. Hell if I know, they don't tell me shit. And the less I know, the better. I heard that one courier got his brains blown out because he knew too much. Have a nice day.
Hello? What do you need?
Good to see you. What do you think of the place? We've already found homes for over a dozen children. You would not believe. Hobos and filthy fiends are all over the place. I don't want to take any risks that might jeopardize the children. The mercenaries work at a reduced rate. And Zeke, well, he's free. Funny thing, we just found homes for over a dozen youngsters. Most of them were only here for a day or two. The followers were really helpful in connecting us with good parents. I'm sure we'll have more in here soon. I've made sure to tell the followers, kings, and everyone else we're open now. It's a mess right now. You should steer clear. We've got some cots and mattresses, and I'm working on setting up a classroom for the kids. A few more days and it'll be fixed up real nice. It's a sight better than living on the street, that's for certain. What? How? I don't like where this conversation is headed. I want you to leave. Now. Yes? Whoa, hold on, just be reasonable. Look, I understand you're angry, but stop and think for a moment. If you want your money, if you want to save those kids, you'll hear me out. I'll tell you, but first you have to give me your word. In exchange for the information, I'm going to walk out of here. You can still save them. The question is whether or not you're willing to put their lives ahead of your disdain for me. Maybe, but by the time I tell you, those kiddies will be sold to Caesar's Legion, never to be seen again. You can make a move, or go save those orphans. Time is wasting, so you better choose quickly. The Vipers have them in their new hideout, east of Nipton. It's nothing more than an old cave, really. Supposedly they've gotten some new blood from outside the Mojave. Real hard-asses. They're going to sell the kids to the Legion. You're not a bad sort, Courier. You just see things a little too black and white. Good luck to you.
Damn, that burns. I want to carve that bitch into pieces for this. Hate to say, but I think it's the right call. Fucking kids. Let's go.
Got you now. That. Hi there. Are you okay? I don't know. See you. Fine, I guess. What are you doing? Hello. Hello. See you.
Salve barbarus. Quaero servis meis, me adiuvare potes, estultus, ubi sunt servis meis.
I've got one! Cat out! Come on!
Hey! Had enough? NCR did a number on this town. Got a letter for you. Some secret squirrel shit. The secret kind, motherfucker. Some unibrowed heifer hands me a letter. Says, give it to the courier. Their eyes only. Aye, bitch. Uppity coos didn't even leave her name. Just twirled out of here like her shit don't stink. Goddamn hussies. I'm guessing those assholes up at the Puzzle Palace got some kind of op they want you to run. Probably burning shit on Caesar's front porch.
What can I do for you, young man? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this case before you set off. case is personal for me. Jake Burns and his shit-kicking relatives killed one of my very good friends, Captain Gary Winstone. We had received some reports of an illegal moonshine operation near Crescent Canyon, so he started investigating. Right before Captain Winstone was going to uncover their hideout, well, those bum brothers tracked him down to his home. I was one of the first investigators on the scene, and it was fucking awful. I've seen some heinous shit in my days, but those animals... I estimate that they had their way with Gary's wife before they did both of them in, along with his 2 kids. They're fucking savages and they've got to go. Now officially your only job is to kill Jake Bums, the brother's ringleader. However, Winstone's reports indicated that they do operate as a clan with a matriarch at the top, and I want you to kill that old raggedy cunt. If you bag Grandma Bums, I'll throw in an extra 250 caps, no questions asked. Now I'm counting on you.
Huh? I don't hear nothing. I don't say nothing. Nothing. Got it? Yeah.
Pleasure doing business with you. Later.
One of the Ranger vets looked at me, and I just about surrendered.
What is it? Yes, I'm glad you made it. We've been keeping tabs on you, courier. When a lone bounty hunter takes down Red Bear, Sergio, and Zimmer, we notice. Whatever your political views, your actions have helped the Mojave and the Republic. In light of this, I believe we may have use for your talents. My friend, spycraft and killing are not mutually exclusive. Far from it. We do both, though we are very focused. The NCR isn't fighting a war against raiders or outlaws. We're fighting the Legion. That doesn't diminish what you've accomplished. Cleaning out Valle del Hierro was remarkable. But that's not what we do. We work in the shadows, dealing with Frumentary, double agents, and traitors. We also conduct covert operations. We were on the verge of contacting you when something, or should I say someone, fell into our lap. This person has valuable information. Some Rangers caught her in a sting, and now she's offering intelligence on the Legion in exchange for immunity. Apparently this person has some history with you, as she refuses to divulge her secrets to anyone else. You must have made an impression. So, here's my proposition. If the interrogation nets us intel used in an operation, I promise you the contract. Nonetheless, there's no turning back now. If you decline, we will never contact you again. It's up to you. Excellent. The prisoner's in the right holding cell. Do not touch her, whatever your past interactions. There is more at stake than you realize. Report back when you're done questioning her. It's good to have you on board, courier.
Fancy seeing you here, courier. I was quite looking forward to our next meeting. I hope you'll pardon my abrupt departure last time. Thanks to a touch of perfidy on the part of my Legion contact, I was ambushed by Rangers. They even killed Zeke, the poor creature. Come here to gloat, have you? Ever consider that you wouldn't be here if I hadn't asked for you by name? If you were going to kill me, you would have done it already. No, You're a clever sort. You'll wait to hear what I have to say, won't you? I was double-crossed by the Legion, so I'm willing to help the NCR under certain provisions. I'm willing to expose one of the largest frumentarius rings in the Mojave. In exchange, I want immunity from prosecution and 50,000 caps. Legion developed a labor shortage, so they're trading with slavers in the Mojave. They pay extra for NCR personnel and citizens, so we oblige. Thing is, my contact and I had a tumultuous relationship. He's the sort that believes a vagina disqualifies you from rational thought. He tried to strong-arm me into paying extra, so Zeke threatened to rip his legs off. Apparently, he resented my style of negotiation. At our next meeting, the contact was nowhere to be found. Instead, I was ambushed by a squad of rangers. I have no doubt he set me up. For one, you keep your word. I also know you finish what you start. If I tell you how to hurt the Legion, you'll do it. If I left it up to the NCR, they'd foul it up in short order. Petty bureaucrats would wrap it up in red tape, leave it all in a dusty folder. But you'll go after them. Something about you, Courier. Hard to put my finger on it. But you intrigue me. I suppose there's a tinge of guilt from our last encounter. I hope you won't hold it against me. A girl's got to eat. It's a matter of leverage, not trust, or feelings. Those frumentarii aren't just gathering information. They're sabotaging supply lines, organizing resistance, and sowing dissent. Trust is irrelevant. You have to decide what your priorities are, Courier. I was in the practice of selling slaves to a frumentarius in deep cover. He's a pimp in Freeside, goes by the name of Papa Chapman. He's been in cover so long that he prefers a profligate lifestyle. He can't do without chems, booze, and girls. The Legion doesn't seem to mind, since Chapman keeps shipping slaves and intel back to them. He also has contact with at least 2 other frumentarii. As much as I'd like to see him dead, Chapman will probably flip for the right offer. I don't think he's in a hurry to die, for Caesar or Lanius. If you press him, there's no telling what you might uncover. I hope this settles things between us, Courier. Good luck to you.
What is it? Excellent. We'll certainly accommodate her. If she's willing to give them up now, she might develop into a real asset. As for you, I think you'd be perfect to meet with this contact. If Esther's right, he could help us break open a major Legion operation. One thing, though, this isn't bounty hunting. Don't come back here with a bloody finger and tell me mission accomplished. We need intel. The priority is to flip this scumbag. Let him know it's the NCR or a hollow point in the brain. If he makes demands, try and work with him. If he plays along, we can feed misinformation to the Legion and also get a jump on the other frumentari. I don't care how you do it, just make it happen. Any questions? A deal's a deal, but perhaps we can come to an understanding. We've agreed to release Esther from custody with 10,000 caps in hand. What happens then is up to chance, so to speak. I'll tell you what. You follow through and see this op to the finish, and she's yours. I'll let you know the time and place of her release so you can settle with her. We'll leave it at that until the mission's concluded. If you're a strong negotiator, you shouldn't offer anything. However, if he's still got any Legion left in him, intimidation might not be enough. Officially, don't compromise the interests of the NCR or its citizens. Unofficially, if this piece of shit gives up an entire frumentarius ring, we'll set him up for life. Honestly, I don't care about the details. Very well. Here's your first payment. Good luck, courier.
Hello? One of the Ranger vets looked at me, and I just about surrendered.
Hey, sugar, do you bring that strap on? Whoa, who the fuck is you? Hell yeah, I'm the daddy up in this motherfucker. I only do two types of business, Kim's and pussy. Which you here for? More important, who the fuck is you? Papa don't like to repeat himself. Ain't you a straightforward motherfucker? Listen, I don't know shit about no Legion, except they like to fuck each other in the ass. I ain't judging if that's your thing. I can have the girls toss you a salad for a discount. Shit, I call it Caesar salad. That's the only Caesar I know. If you want to talk pussy or dope, come on up. Otherwise, I'll ask you to walk your ass the fuck out of here.
Hello. What do you need?
More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
What is it, player? Esther? That two-faced cunt? Rangers were supposed to kill her. Goddamn, I ain't got any luck. I might as well go crawl in a shallow grave. Never should have worked with that hussy. I'm a dead man either way. I'm fucked. Ain't this some shit? Motherfuckers expect me to turn on a Legion? Them assholes will hunt you down anywhere, bitch. But if Vester's flipped, I'm compromised. Lanius will want my head on a platter. Why'd I get involved with that she-bitch? Fuck me. Listen, I'll do this, but I got some terms. First, I want protection. No rangers or bounty hunters run up on my shit, you hear? Things stay as they were, except I feed bad info to the Legion, and good intel to NCR. I keep pimping and slinging, and nobody fucks with me. Next, I want caps up front every time I pass intel. You do that, and I'm your man. Anything else will cost you extra. I'll start you with the taste, partner. Legion likes to keep eyes on the convoys so they can hit them at the right time. They keep a man with the Crimsons, named Blunt. He's a simplified motherfucker. Always serious about this shit. He don't play either. He might act like a dumb citizen, but he's a hard son of a bitch. You best believe it. That cat will fuck you up over a dirty look. Blunt will get you on the trail. Papa might be willing to tell you more, if y'all's willing to be generous. Baby, for that kind of dough, you could pimp me out. Lanius can suck my cock. I'm loving the motherfucking bear now. I'm yours, heart, soul, and dick.
What is it? It might surprise you, but I actually chose this station. I have a history with the Legion. Only reason I'm in the agency now is because an explorer drove his spear through my kneecap. See, I was with the Rangers doing a tour here when my squad was ambushed near the river. I saw firsthand what bad intel does to our men in the field. After my medical discharge, I set out to make sure it doesn't happen again. And that's how I ended up here in the Mojave. We've got a fight coming, and I don't want to be sitting on the sidelines. Solid work, Courier. If Papa keeps feeding us intelligence, it could net us enough data to launch more ops down the road. Anything else to report? Outstanding. I'll get to work analyzing these leads. If the data checks out, I may have some extra work for you. Here's a little bonus. Anything else? Okay. Go ahead and check out this guy at the Crimson Caravan. Just remember that not all the Frumentary are as flexible as Papa Chapman. In fact, most of them would probably pop cyanide or go out fighting if the prospect of capture arises. Watch your ass, and stay alert. Good luck.
Howdy. How? Who? I didn't want it to be like this. But that's my fate. True to Caesar.
I love it when they say that true to Kaiser garbage right before we dust them.
What is it? I didn't expect him to go quietly. Most Frumentary are handpicked by Vulpes. They won't let just anyone mingle with the profligates. But hold on just a moment. Part of this ledger's encrypted. It'll take some time to crack it, but he noted something for today's date. If I'm reading this right, I think it's referencing grid coordinates. Let's see, that would be close to Sloan. It's been hell keeping Sloan supplied due to the powder gangers and Deathclaws. I might be way off base, but my instinct is to check this out. Look into this and I'll make it worth your while. Check out the road between Good Springs and Sloan. See if anything comes up. Just verify if any of our caravans have been hit on that route. If you find anything, try and follow up on it as best as possible. Good luck.
Shouldn't have eaten that iguana last night. Ugh. Dead. Don't even know. I'll be right here, Chief.
Holy shit!
Had enough? You like that? Had enough?
Sending you to hell. More?
Over here!
Ain't my day, motherfucker. It's yours.
Had enough?
Notice how all the burns look the same? Limited gene pool, if you ask me. Hey. Bye.
You like that?
Fuck you. I'll be right here, Chief. It's strange to be called that in person. Been a while. I thought those thugs might give me away. Fools never learn to destroy letters. Permit me my own question. What makes you think I value my life, courier? That's right. I know all about you, Nuntius. But I'll stick with something more pressing. Why should I even consider working for a corrupt, plutocratic mob like the NCR? Death might be better. I've sacrificed more than you'll ever know. Duty and honor used to mean something to me. Everything. I helped the Legion pacify tribes, crucifying any dissidents. I was there when they threw Graham into the Grand Canyon. When the love of my life was beaten to death in front of me by the monster of the East, I said nothing. I know about sacrifice, courier. I will tell you what I know. Then I will disappear. I require no payment or pardon. I only ask for anonymity. Is that satisfactory? Well, where do I begin? Is there anything you want to know up front? Now is the time to ask. There's a name you don't hear muttered often. I suppose it's owed to ignorance and fear. I heard of him when I traveled in New Mexico. I've known killers, even legitimate psychopaths, but nothing quite like the stories surrounding Marco. Wild-eyed Texans said he killed whole towns. But it's probably just convenient fiction used to pass time around the campfire. He's flesh and blood. How bad can he be? Ulysses. That name is familiar. Yes, the fool with the ridiculous hair. I had the misfortune of working with him in Arizona. Most frumentarii are subtle creatures, apt to blend in, observe. He was the model of exhibitionism, always swaggering and preaching. I get nauseous just thinking of his fatuous tirades, railing on about bulls, bears, and dead nations. I believe he was impotent, hence the angst. I know there are scores of them. The Legion places a lot of stock in human intelligence and secrecy. I only knew about Blunt and Chapman. We have several men inside the NCR, among the officer corps, rangers, and even some elected officials. Damned if I know who they are, though. While it might surprise outsiders, the Legion is in need of additional slaves. Conquering tribes across Arizona made them an abundant resource. However, with expansion halted at Hoover Dam and Denver, slaves are no longer in steady supply. Unfortunately, the demand never dropped off. The Legion operates massive mines in Arizona that require scores of slaves in conditions that kill off laborers in droves. Those mines provide the metal used to forge weapons and armor. Most of the Legion's supplies are produced and carried by slave labor. Understand? As such, an emergent priority in the Mojave is to facilitate the enslavement of NCR personnel, allies, and possibly VIPs. Raiding parties can only cover so much ground, though. A clever frumentarius, however, can convince other groups to target the NCR. So far, it's been a success. The NCR has cut patrols, and citizens are afraid to venture outside the cities. You've already made use of it. Chapman, Blunt, and I were the cogs for this scheme. They'll simply replace us. When it comes to slavery, forget about Cottonwood Cove or the fort. They're small time. Most of the chattel goes through Canyon Cove. It's down the Colorado, not far from Dry Wells. The Legion keeps a barge at Cottonwood Cove to ferry slaves there. Then they're shipped east. There's at least a century of legionaries guarding the site, with another century down the road. It's all overseen by Tullius of Prescott. He's a Centurion handpicked by Caesar to oversee the slave trade. He's known within the Legion as Trucidator. the killer. Killing Tullius and liberating the slaves would be a significant setback to the Legion, not to mention the fact that this would happen on their turf. They'd be forced to divert manpower from raiding parties to defense. If I were you, that would be my plan. It's your choice, courier. Just remember, audentes fortuna iuat. Should we never speak again, vale et bonum fortunam.
What is it? Born and raised in Shady Sands. I got the bear in my blood. Grandfather and father both served, so I enlisted at 17. Did tours all over, even down in Baja, before they sent me out here with the Rangers back in 75. Legion ambush ruined my leg, so I've been with the agency ever since. Seen a lot. Done a lot. I do miss the clarity of frontline combat sometimes. It's simple out there in the bush. Just kill the enemy. This game's a damn web of secrecy, lies, and mistrust. It can make you cynical. I'd love to be out there with you, kid. It's just not in the cards. I'm impressed, Courier. You made the right play letting him live. He could be an asset to us later on. Let me take a look at this data. Canyon Cove. I know about this place. Rangers reported it after a LERP several months ago. Said it would take a company to clear it out. You won't have that luxury. Oliver doesn't want to allocate troops or resources for offensive operations before the big dance at Hoover Dam. This op will be off the books, Courier. We won't claim you if things go south. You'll be on your own. The flip side is we're paying you 10,000 caps if you pull it off. 2 up front and 8 on completion. Infiltrate Legion territory and terminate Tullius of Prescott. There are bonuses if you liberate slaves and terrorize the Legion garrison. There are 2 additional optional targets in Canyon Cove, Bo Harper and John Calhoun. The first is a slave catcher, the second a traitor. If you eliminate Harper and Calhoun, I'll throw in a tidy bonus. However, they are targets of opportunity. Tullius is the primary objective. I'd advise you bring any companions with you, along with ample ammunition and armament. This is going to be bloody. Are you in? Civilians? Well, these civilians managed to capture and enslave dozens, perhaps even hundreds of Mojave residents. Harper habitually infiltrates NCR territory to kidnap ex-slaves and return them for a bounty. It's not too different from your day job. Grandpa Calhoun is one of the chief slave traders in Legion territory. If you buy a slave in Arizona, there's a good chance it's got his brand. If you have reservations about taking out these animals, that's your call. Are you still in for the hit on Tullius? Glad to hear it. I just hope you appreciate what you're getting into. If it were me, I'd utilize a stealth boy, plant C4, and then blow it all to hell. Here are the caps, along with a few extras, courtesy of the agency. And don't forget, Esther is all yours when this is done. Good luck, Courier.